Hello and welcome to the YouTube channel here. You guys probably watched Melissa and I's live stream, but I thought I would record a video and see how that goes. So I want to do a little bit of PC building game, PC simulator. It's a nice little low-key game that I sometimes like to play. Being a computer guy, it's a way to geek out. So we're going to try that out. Try out this whole process here. So today is it's rainy out. Very rainy. Not much you can do about that, but the weather is getting warmer. That's the main thing that we care about. I'm going to go ahead and load a game. I've already started playing, got kind of far, so I'm going to jump into that. Try and tone this down just a little bit here, so it's not so loud. Oh my goodness. What's going on here? Okay, here we go. We're back in it. We'll go ahead and turn on the music, because who doesn't want to hear some little bit of music, right? So we'll throw on some music. First thing we do every day is we go in and we check what we got coming in. You get these emails. I'll show you a little bit how they come in, but right now I'm going to collect some money on the computers that I already got fixed. So let me just run through this, and then I'll show you how this kind of works. So this is our first email. Hey, I need some repairs. A weird noise came out of the case yesterday. I looked online and I think it might be the hard disk. Do you like cable modding? I saw some great plastic black ones the other day. I really need this done quickly. So looks like they got a labor budget of $158. Their budget is $60 for replacement parts. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to check their PC stats and see what they got, because all I got to do is replace their hard drive. So it looks like they got a Mortoni Easy Store 320 gig. So I'm just going to click OK. I'm going to go into my shop. I'm going to go into my storage. And I'm going to find that hard drive. Here's the hard drive. Looks like I might even have one in the inventory, but it was probably used. So I'm just going to add that to my cart, and then I'm going to hit accept on this order, or on this this work. We got another one here. You don't have to read the whole thing, but looks like they also want to replace their hard drive. So I'm gonna look, and they have a Easy Store 500 gig. So we're gonna go into the shop, make sure we get that added to the cart and accept it. Then we'll go and we'll just keep checking these things out, you know, one by one. They want 16 gigs of RAM. So what they have this Team Group T-Force Dark Red 8 gigs. Yeah, 2666. So I'm going to go into here, go into my memory. And they have 8, and they just want to upgrade. And they have 2666 megahertz. You do want to make sure that you pay attention to that. Go ahead and add that to the cart. Hit accept on that. This one, we're going to have to see what it needs. So we're just going to accept that, and it's going to have to come in. Now, you do get these emails here of just stuff that as you progress up, you get more parts. So these are just emails letting you know that you're getting new parts. So that's great. Now I'm going to go into my shop, going to go into the cart and check out. I'm going to do next day delivery because my computers that I asked for aren't going to even be here until tomorrow. So I'll do next day delivery. If like I get to the point where there's new for the one, let's see, this one, I may do same day delivery. This guy doesn't want it done like by a certain day, but sometimes if you have someone like that, then you might have to do same day delivery. Really depends on what's going on. So I'll take you guys a little bit around here. So this is the first workstation that I have. I'll show you how it works. And then I recently bought the second one. So, and then, let's see, I got some processors. I don't have any coolers, motherboards. I've got some used memory. This stuff is from people who have upgraded or other things. So, I have a couple graphics cards. And I do have a Easy Store 320 gig, but it actually is new, so that's nice. Don't have any power supplies. I do have cables. I have added some of my cables, and then case fans don't have anything. So that's what's going on. Here I have to be a level 8 to build the third workstation, and you must be a level 6 to build PC storage cupboard. PC storage cupboard would be nice, just because then I can actually see what's going on. So in order to go to the next day, click on the door, and then it'll bring you up into your calendar, and you can end your day or go back into the office. I'm going to end my day so that I jump into the next day here, and I'm going to go to work. So, right here, this is the delivery. Here's everything that I got. And here are the 4 PCs. So, start with this bad boy. Plop them down. Get working on them here. Gotta take off the side panel. Most likely, I didn't need to take this side off. Oh, actually, yeah, I didn't need to take this side off. Yeah, I'm just going to plop that back on. I do like this game in the real feel that you get from, oh, I got to take off these screws on the case in order to, take off the side. So I could zoom in here. Here's their hard drive. Now, when you do that, you got to unplug the hard drive, obviously. And you got to unplug it from 2 places. So, then we'll go in here to our hard drive, our memory. No, our storage, sorry. The storage. I forgot which one we're working on. We're working on 320, so I'll go ahead and take that and I'll plop that in there. Then I'm going to go ahead and cable this. So I have to cable it to the motherboard. Oh. Yeah, this is the only thing that's kind of annoying, but we got it up. We're going ahead and hit the power button, and while that's powering up, I will be putting on the case. Putting it back together. Obviously, you don't usually want to do this, but I have confidence in myself that this is going to boot. Of course, there's no OS found. All we got to do is stick an OS on there. I got a USB drive with that, so I'll just stick that in there. We'll go ahead and power it off. we do want to cable it again. Oh, Joy, you're going to get to see me plug in each cable into this one. I did purchase the auto cable, which is super nice because it saves me having to do that 4 times. So now we'll hit the power button. We'll come over here. We'll hit F2. Well, actually, we don't need to go to the BIOS. We're just going to go straight and format that. Now, this is not obviously how you would install any type of operating system directly onto a hard drive from a USB. You'd have to do a little bit of clicking, but it's kind of similar. So, all right, computer loaded up. We'll go ahead and shut it down, and this sucker is good to go. So we'll go ahead and stick it over here, ready for delivery, and then we'll pick up the next one, put it down, and we'll start working on it. So we're just going to replace the hard drive on this one again. It's a little different though. This one, the hard drive is actually not on this side. Cool little fact. On this one, the hard drive is in fact on the other side, which is why computer cases have 2 sides. So you can see that we got 2. I wonder which one. Oh, I wonder which one was bad. I hope we get the right one. We'll open up the drive here. Broken is a 320 gig. Oh, and a 500 gig. Okay, it was that. Alright, we'll throw it back in there. We're going to go ahead and cable it up. Now, the guess is it actually is it where's the OS? Was the OS on that hard drive or was it on a different one? I'm going to throw in my USB stick just in case, and then I'm going to go ahead and power that sucker on. Let's see. It's bootstrapping, so it is on that first one. On the one we replaced. So. Looks like we got it to boot up though, which is great. Anyone who's built a PC knows you don't get the PC to boot on the first try very often. I don't know what it is, but computers are just very finicky about that. Go ahead and drop this guy off. And let's see. This guy is the guy that wants to play F1 2017 with minimum specs, and he wants... Let's go ahead and upgrade some memory. It's always fun. So we'll get in here and move this case. Now you may notice that a lot of these have the same cases, and that just goes back to the whole part where you have multiple you as you progress through this game, you get more components. So I'm going to go ahead and open up these memory clips. This is how you actually install memory. You got to open up those clips before actually putting in your RAM. And another interesting thing is you want to make sure that when you're using this, you follow the channel. So there's a red channels and then a black channel, and you want if you're going to install 16 gigs like we are, they already got 8 gigs in one black channel, so we're going to put in our other memory stick right into the black channel with it, and that's better for your CPU. Now if you were installing 4 sticks, wouldn't have that problem. You just plunk them in all 4, doesn't matter. So looks like that's already, like, the computer has recognized that it's time for power up. So we are gonna stick the case on. It's already powered up. we're good to go, and we're on to the next one. As you can see, some of these are, you know, pretty fun, easy. There's like, okay, it's a little repetitive, but still something to do. It's not necessarily time sensitive, like in the sense that you have 3 hours to get this done. This guy did complain that his computer was a bit dusty, so we're going to go ahead and blow it out. Blow this out. We got to go to the other side here too. We'll go ahead and do that. This case always gets me. I always go to the wrong side because it's backwards. If you don't know that, very few cases are laid out like this, and the motherboard is actually upside down. So instead of your graphics card being up at the top where it normally would be, it's down below because you're coming in a different direction. So it's all backwards. So we'll go ahead and blow this sucker out because we're nice like that. Don't like working on dirty computers. And then let's cable up. Always cable. Cable, cable, cable. At least in this game we don't have to worry about cable management. Got it all cabled up. We're going to go ahead and turn it on. And we're going to stick in our USB thumb drive. Why would you do that? Well, it is because I'm going to add a program. I think. I don't know. Will it run? I think that's it. I don't know. I believe it should tell me. This piece of software should tell me what games will run. Like, will it run with the software or not? And I need to know. I gots to know. So it looks like it's gonna need an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 980. Oh, that was weird. Okay, so we're gonna have to head on over to the shop, to the computer. Get in the shop, go to the graphics card, and we need an NVIDIA. Oh, we need a 980. We'll just do 980. I think that'll work. Let's just, sometimes if you're not sure, best thing to do is to just go back and look. A GeForce GTX 980. Okay. Well, GTX 980. Any of these will work. I'm just gonna go with this. I will stick that on there for now, cause we got more stuff that's coming in. We'll go ahead and collect our money on this. Great, a peripheral shop. Okay. Okay. Now this is where I'm not going to know how to get that, and I think I'm going to have to run the 3D Mark on his computer first. I don't even think I can get to it yet because I don't have enough stars up here I'm just out of range, so that's fine. I'll just let that one sit. This guy wants an Intel Core i5 600 or better, and 8 gigs of RAM. So, yeah, wow, okay. He's got 2 gigs of RAM on that. We probably will just have to get like a stick of RAM. More Tony an H170 M Tech. Let's look at that. An H170 M Tech. You gotta look at the socket. So this is an LGA 1151. It's the Skylake edition. So if we go into our graphics cards, we'll get right. I'm sorry, not our graphics cards. CPUs. We got AMD and we got Intel, and he wants an i5. Now, you can kind of lowball them if they want, but he wants a specific one, an i5 6400, which is this one. We will add that to the cart, and then we'll come to our motherboard or our memory. This usually isn't as important, but the only thing I'm going to check is what he's got, 2133 megahertz. 2133. We'll just go ahead and add that. We'll accept it. He wants an upgraded graphics card, but he doesn't tell you what kind. So it's at your liberty. And he wants 8 gigs of RAM. So he's at this T-Force Dark, 4 gigabytes. I'm going to go into my shop here, and I'll look for that. I should check what his... He does 2800 megahertz, so we do need to pay attention to that again. But we should just be able to grab that. And then his graphics card is a Sean GeForce GTX 970 Gamer. So anything above a 970 Gamer, and we'll be good to go. So I'm going to go into my graphics cards, and I'll do 970. A 970. He's got the Gamer. So if I go one step up, then that's considered an upgrade. And all I'm looking for is just one area. I'm probably gonna have to go with this. I don't want to lose money though on this. He's got a decent budget, so I will throw this in there for him. Look, we've reached level 5. We're getting there. Okay, we're almost to the point where we can have a cupboard, which I guess is good. So Uncle Tim is the guy. He actually left us this store. So he's saying, hello, last night I was at the bar and I overheard someone talking about computers. Sounded like they were having some kind of technical issue, so I went over and introduced myself. Sorry. We get to talking, and this lady says she manages some kind of esports team. Apparently a bunch of kids play video games and get paid for it. Crazy, right? Turns out they're running some pretty high-end hardware, and they're having reliability problems. Well, if anyone knows about reliability problems, it's me. I told her about the company and my years of experience, and the next thing I know, I've landed a job as a technical consultant. That's right, I'm in the big leagues now. Well, I think it's the big leagues. I'm not actually sure how the whole tournament thing works. But it's just video games. How complicated can it be? Anyway, thought you might want to know. I might even be able to recommend you some work if you're interested. Be in touch, Uncle Tim. I don't know what to think about that, because Uncle Tim left us with negative like $15 in the bank, and then he took off and just gave us this. And there were some people that early on were like, hey, I didn't have any thermal paste in my computer. Can you put that back? And I was like, okay, I'll do it for free. So I'm a little biffed at him right now, I guess you could say. But okay, that's great. Uncle Tom might be giving us some work of some high-end stuff. So we got everything that we can. This one we're going to have to wait on. That's a nice budget. We do have some stuff coming up, though, that's going to take away this. Let's go into our cart, and we will buy it now so it's here tomorrow. Yeah, but here's our calendar. Obviously, as you can see, we started on the 1st and kind of got things rolling. Took a bit for parts and computers to get here, which is why the first week wasn't very good. But I'm saying, hey, we were still on vacation. So, right, obviously. The second week, that was a full week. And we got a lot of stuff done. And then we're just going to check out for the end of the 3rd week. On the 25th, we do have our rent. So we got $500 coming out. So we got to make sure we have $500. I think we're going to be fine with how much we're making. But it's always something to keep track of. So let's head on out for the day and the week. So let's go ahead and end our day. And we'll get back into the office on Friday. So this is the last day of work. Let's make some money. Get into work. And let's pick up our packages right away. Okay. Looks like we got our graphics card, CPU, RAM, and another graphics card. I don't know why you have like multiple workbenches on this. The only thing I could think of is like in this case scenario where you maybe have something just sitting on there. But aside from that, there's not really a reason to have stuff, like have multiple benches. So let's shut her down and get to work. We'll get right on into this guy, and then we're gonna have to get this old graphics card out of here. Oh, I can't see. Oh, here we go. There we go. Now we can take out that. Oh, gotta undo the screws. Now we're ready to install. Okay, great. We are doing a graphics card. That's right, graphics card. And we need the one. Which one? I can't remember which one was in there. Do you guys remember? I don't remember. I think it's this one. I'm going to go with this one. The worst case scenario is we run that whole thing again and it says no. But, oh yeah, okay. So it does check off. It says PC can play F1 2017. So we're obviously good with that. Now we got to throw on that PCI lock right there. This is something that a lot of people don't really think about or know. Oh, you know what? I should remove this. I should stick one more PCI thing on there while I can. Yeah, I got one. I got a PCI cover. So I'm just going to throw that in there because this new graphics card only takes up one spot. Whereas the other one, the old one, took up 2 spots. But I got a graphics card out of it. I'll take that, you know? Oh, does this not go there? Alright. Yeah, it says on the bottom here, it'll show you like incomplete case. So it knows that I haven't put all my parts on yet. No big deal, because I'm throwing those on right now. It's ready to boot. Looks like it's good. So we just come on out of here and we will toss this in the delivery area. We got 2 more computers here, which is great. So we'll move on here. And what are we doing with this? We're installing a Core i5-6400 and upgrading to 8 gigabytes of RAM. So let's go ahead and remove the cover. This looks like a new case to me, so we may have upgraded to that. Let's go ahead and start with CPU. So we got to remove this air cooler first. Obviously, so in this game, it wants you to remove the cabling first in everything you do. I don't know if you've been noticing that, but that is how this game works. Now we got to open the CPU shield, this little retention bar, and then this thing plops up. We pull that CPU out, and we're looking for the 6400. So let's go into CPUs, and here it is. We will throw that in, and now it is actually not ready. We cannot put on the CPU cooler yet. We need thermal paste, so we're gonna actually, well, we can do that, but they're not gonna be happy about it. They want this closed first. And it did stick. Sometimes it doesn't, like that little piece of thermal paste just doesn't. And you don't need a lot of thermal paste. You don't. A little bit goes a long way. What did I do? Let me get back in here. Okay. Now we got to put that cooler back on. This is like a stock cooler, I swear. It's not a very, very good cooler. We got to cable this bad boy up. And we'll stick him in there. Okay. So we did that, and now we need to do the 8 gigs of RAM. We're going to zoom in a little bit and remove. So again, when you pull out your memory, you got to make sure you do those clips. Pulled it out. Well, now let's go ahead and stick in that 8 gigs of RAM, which I think is this, if I remember correctly. Stuck that in there. We're at 8 gigs of RAM. Let's power it up. And while it's doing that, let's also throw on the case. Looks like we got it. We're ready to go. Let's take it and throw it in the delivery area. And we'll just keep going and firing these right down the list. Now, these have gotten a little bit better as we've gotten along. At the beginning, it was like, hey, can you clean my PC? So now we're actually getting into multiple upgrades where we're seeing, oh, we got to do a graphics card upgrade and a RAM upgrade. So let's throw this off. Let's start with the RAM. He's already got one. So this is the 4 gigabytes of RAM with... Yeah, okay. As you can see, this game does show you what's compatible and what's not compatible, which is very helpful, because in real world, this may not necessarily be true. When you're trying to build a computer, you're going to have to pay attention to what kind of RAM your motherboard is going to be able to support. So, we are going to grab this, and we're going to stick it right there in the blue spot. And then we need the graphics card, so great. They cabled it already. Why would you cable this already? Unplug you. Terrible job. Okay. We took that out. Now we're going to go into our graphics cards. I believe it was this one, because this is the only one that's not used, so... Right now, I'm just playing process of elimination. I think we gotta remove one more U of it, and then we'll throw this bad boy in. Oh, wait. Okay, that's weird. I don't know why I had to be on this side in order to install it, but alright. We do have to cable this bad boy. There's a 6-pin and an 8-pin, so we will go ahead and cable these as such. And it already does the cable management for us, huh? Yeah, you gotta love that. Nice cable management. Oh yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and power that bad boy, and while it is doing that, you know what time it is. Time to put on that case. Looks like we're good. Everybody remember to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, so that we can continue doing these. Because doesn't everybody love watching me put together a few computers? I'm sure. Just riveting stuff. Okay. We're going to collect because we want the money. Show us that money, man. They'd have cleaned it. I did clean it for you. I'm sorry, but that sucker was cleaned for you. Let's collect it. He gave us 5 stars on Bongle. Great. That's great to see. I wish you would have left a comment, but we're okay with that. Collect this. My PC got a better graphics card, and they put in some new cables for me. That is right, Mark Field. We're on top of these things for you. Thanks for giving us 5 stars. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, now it's time to check out what stuff we got to do. So, first off, we got to go back and we got to make sure that this guy's computer is showing up at our store on Monday, because that's important. All right, this guy. What is it? Creating a film archive for posterity. Thanks for the help with that hard drive before. My Sonic Monk article went down a treat. Would you believe I'm still struggling to find replacement copies of Babes of Planet Bathmore? I don't even know what that is. The best I've come across so far was a bootleg DVD of the theatrical cut. But the color reproduction of the naked buffet scene was just awful, and the scene went all wobbly during Captain Cartwright's rousing speech at the downtrodden underclasses. Is this like a Star Trek? Like kind of like a Star Trek? I don't know. I've been checking online auctions every day for months, but I can't find a genuine, unsullied Laserdisc version. What if this landmark film is lost forever? But if I were to start my own cult classics archives, I need to give this some thought. Awesome. Great. I don't know. He's just saying thanks. I'll take it. And now we got another email. I need a new PC for local train enthusiast club. It doesn't need to be fancy, but could you do me a reasonable amount of RAM and storage for weekly slideshows? They can get rather long. Okay. So this is the first computer build that I've actually gotten. So there are a few objectives here. We have to spend less than $750, upgrade to 16 gigs of RAM, and upgrade to 500 gigs of RAM. I'm a bit confused on if I'm buying this or if I'm just upgrading it, because it looks like an upgrade. I'm just going to leave this one for a little bit and figure out what the heck is going on in once I get through some of these other emails. So, Lisa Grove, I hear you work with computers. I think my PC is getting a bit old. The CPU isn't as hot, isn't up to my high standards. Can you do something about it? I'd like 16 gigs of RAM. Is it okay that it's so dusty? It looks like a bit bland in there, but some plastic blue cables might make it look nicer. We can think about that. I don't think I have blue plastic cables bought yet, so we can check that out. So you want an upgraded CPU. You don't really have any standard on that, and then you want 16 gigs of RAM. So let's take a look at, you have an AMD Ryzen 5 quad-core 1400. So let's take a look at the CPUs that we got. AMD Ryzen 4. So I see Ryzen 5 and a Ryzen 3, and I don't think we want to go with Ryzen 3. Everything else is Intel. 1400, so you got 500 in total, which would give me about $257. So I mean, I can do that for you. I'll throw that in there. And then let's check out, you want 16 gigs of RAM. What do you got now? Currently, you have 8 gigs of the DFL Motivor 8-or A motivator. Oh, I get. Wow. Okay, that's bad. So DFL motivator, 8 gigs, 2400. Okay, so let's just go into a memory and DFL. Oh, I don't want that. I want this. Dude. Yeah, we're just gonna add that to the cart, and we will accept that job. Then I hate using my computer at the moment. I'm a bit obsessed with performance. Does 3744 sound reasonable for a benchmark store? I've never cleaned it out. Is that okay? My kid's been using it, and I'm getting some weird pop-ups. Well, that doesn't sound good. We're gonna have to run a few things on that. And then Dennis, do you work with computers? Well, everybody wants to know, do you work with computers? What do you think the name of this store is? This is Jason's Computer Repair Shop. Obviously, we work with repairs. We work with computers. Like, what do you think? So my rig is running really slow lately. I need you to upgrade the graphics card. I need 16 gigabytes of memory installed. When I picked it up, a load of stuff came out. You picked up your computer and a load of stuff? Is that like a load of dust? Or are we talking like all the parts came out? Oh, it's just dust. He just wants to clean up dust. Okay, I think I've clicked on something bad. It's urgent, so please hurry. Many thanks, Dennis. Well, don't do that, Dennis. Don't do that. All right, let's check out the graphics card you got. Graphics card is a GeForce GTX 970 Gaming G4. I think that's pretty good. GTX 970 Gaming G4. So let's go back in here. We'll go GTX 970. Oh! GTX 970. 970. I can't remember all this stuff. 970 Gaming G4. Okay. Where's the Gaming G4? Gaming G4. So let's just knock that on. Okay. And you want 16 gigabytes of RAM. And the RAM you have is the Sean Titan XL 8 gigabytes. 2133. Okay. Let's go. Titan XL. Oh. XL, 8 gigabytes of RAM. Okay, we'll add that to the cart. We'll go ahead and accept that. Did I accept everybody else? I think so. So we got new parts. Okay, looks... blah, 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 blah. Fun stuff. Okay. Was gonna go and check... Can you build me a new PC? So he wants... I'm going to go ahead and check this stuff out so I can get rid of it. Go ahead and buy that now. And now he wants that. I don't... If you're just going to want something specific like that, you don't even need a graphics card for that. So I could do that. I gotta get you a CPU. Oh, I should check what the... what socket? An AM4. So we gotta make sure we get an AM4 socket. We'll just... Oh, this is Intel. I don't need Intel. I need AMD. Give me the AMD. I mean, the socket types are all very similar, so it's not a big deal. CPU cooler. As long as you support the socket, may need to do that. Memory, he wants 16 gigs of RAM. Let's look at the motherboard again. 3600 is the max on that. 2 of these should work. He wants 500 gigs of hard drive space. Oh, let's see. Where's our 500 gigs of hard drive space? We need a power supply. We don't need anything special. I would not want to do that. $50, I would do that. Cables. We should really get the blue plastic and the red. Man, there's so much that we don't have that I just like. I don't really need it though. Okay, let's go back to the motherboard. Check the type. This is an SATX. I don't think I have anything besides SATX. No, I don't. So I have a micro ATX, but that's it. So I just need a cheap SATX. I'm just going to do this. And then some case fans. Nothing super expensive here. I'll just get a few. I don't think I need anything else. I'm under the $700 mark. They're $750, so I think we're good. Bongle. Peripheral shop. Quick to name. Yeah, okay. I'm going to buy this and get this. I'll spend that little bit of extra money. A little extra cheese to get that. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. Oh, I can go to a whiteboard. Assigning a PC build to a job. For a build job, a yellow label is placed on the whiteboard in the office. Pick up the yellow lab and attach it to the workbench. Then build a PC on that workbench to complete the job. Okay. So I picked it up. Now I come over here. Oh, maybe that's why you need two. There. That is for the build. Okay. Let's go here. And I'm going to end it here. Because we're at the end of the week and we're almost at 50 minutes. So, well, we're at 47 minutes. So, I'm going to leave it here. Make sure to like the video. Hit that thumbs up. Make sure you do that. Share this video. Make sure that we're sharing to other people, folks. We want to make sure other people get to see us and we can bump up our subscribers. Also, remember to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notification, everyone. Make sure you hit that so you get notified when we go live or when we upload a video like this. This is our first one. Way to go, us. Everything else has been live streams. So, from all of us here at Jason's Computer Repair, we'll see you next time.